Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and konnichiwa. My name is Hamidah, Hamlinda binti Salamun. I'm from Ministry of Housing and Local Government of Malaysia. I was studying in IUJ, International University of Japan for 2 years, and I graduated in 2020. And my topic is focusing on profiling systems, the potential threats to consumer privacy in the digital age in Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen how technology manipulates our data. The advice given was the best way is not to use the mobile devices. Anyway, is it possible in this digital world? For information, I do respect how Japanese keep their privacy while I was staying at International University of Japan, IUJ, Niigata for 2 years, and a few years when my husband is working in Tokyo and Chiba. That is why my topic was focusing on the right to privacy as provided under the Article 12 of Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and I relate it with the current situation in Malaysia, especially we as consumer in the digital economy and facing the threat of security. Well, in the era of IR 4.0, ICT is vital for reshaping economic growth and digital society in this competitive world. The Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission reported that 88.7% of the Malaysian population were internet users in 2020, or 1.3% increase from 87.4% in 2018. Unfortunately, in many cases, consumers engaging with technologies do not know what data are being collected, how they are being used, and with whom they are being shared. Most countries, including Malaysia, facing difficulties in protecting the right to privacy, particularly as the techniques used in privacy intrusions and cybercrime continue to become more sophisticated and sometimes outgrow defense mechanisms. In this situation, Malaysia somehow has taken a significant step by passing the Personal Data Protection Act 2010, or the PDPA, to protect consumer data while enhancing socio-economic development. However, can profiling systems that are not explicitly addressed by the PDPA be considered as the potential threats to consumer privacy in the digital age? If so, why have the potential threats of the profiling system not been explicitly addressed in Malaysia? Therefore, the main objectives of this study are as follows. Ladies and gentlemen, the digital economy is the new driver of development in Malaysia. In this situation, the IoT demands a large amount of data to function properly and allows big data analytics to play an important role in capturing, aggregating, and processing ever greater volumes of data. It allows profiling systems to use algorithms to analyze people through the discovery of patterns in large quantities of data kept in electronic device databases. Unfortunately, profiling systems collect large amounts of personal data, including insights into consumer behavior, social connections, preferences, and identities directly or indirectly, with or without consent. Therefore, the conceptual framework of this study focuses on 3 relevant categories of profiling systems: search engine data retention, online recommendation engines, and web cookies. Anyway, have you ever imagined that technology knows you better than anyone in this world? Well, if we look at search engine data retention, we might be not aware that companies have gained deeper insights on their customers based on the data saved and matched elsewhere. For instance, Google provides Gmail, Google Drive, Maps, translation, and so on. So, do you know what kind of personal data is collected by search engine companies? Same thing goes to web cookies. Although the company may only gather limited pieces of information, consumers usually cannot tell what type of personal information is being collected because only the general policies are mentioned on the website. Then let's have a look at online recommendation engines. For instance, Shopee Malaysia provides a link for customers to leave a review and rating the products. Actually, recommendations and ratings can be considered as one of the potential threats to consumer privacy in the digital age, since the objectives of such services is to gather consumers' information through algorithmic technologies. In Malaysia, there is no explicit statute that prevents a company from gathering consumer information, as long as the company follows data retention policies and guidelines as stated in the PDPA. Under the Malaysian domestic law, collecting data is not considered to violate privacy. Again, if these profiling systems are capable to collect our data directly or indirectly, with or without consent, why have the potential threats of the profiling systems not being explicitly addressed in Malaysia? Okay, this study uses a qualitative approach to answer the why of the potential threats of profiling systems not being explicitly addressed in Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, the findings of this study demonstrate three significant elements. Firstly, ICT in the era of IR 4.0 is becoming more advanced and easily to sweep through database record quickly and comprehensively using existing profiling systems. Consequently, consumers as technology users are likely to lose control over their personal information to the technology of the day. However, Malaysian government has chosen to encourage the digital society to boost socio-economic development through digital economy. Moreover, the United Nations member states are encouraged to adopt the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, through digital technology, since this advanced technology has empowered a wide range of audiences who are interconnected globally. Secondly, the technology moves quickly and sets the pace for social issues, which can leave the law lagging behind. Indeed, the pace is so rapid that by the time new laws are passed to address a certain technology, they may already be made obsolete by the adoption of new technology. Privacy legislation has also been difficult to enact in the digital age because the damage from the loss of privacy is not clearly understood, as well as the consequences and the long-term impact are not directly apparent. Furthermore, there are problems in enforcing such legislation as new technologies create new opportunities and new capabilities for violations. Anyway, the only solution is to help the legislature a better understanding to the design of technology. Still, no legal system is able to provide once and for all adequate protection for the right to privacy. Finally, there's also a legal conflict between privacy and security. The ways in which the internet connects people and devices at all times creates various challenges for determining an appropriate balance between privacy and security. As a result, there's a need to trade off privacy for security purposes. While in Malaysia, security must be given priority in any development plan to ensure the sustainability of the nation's resources, people's prosperity, and fulfill the needs of future generations. Furthermore, the right to privacy is only a qualified right and not an absolute right. That is why the government has the right to interfere to undertake the surveillance, interception, or data collection. Ladies and gentlemen, this paper focuses on Malaysian consumer privacy in the digital age through the IoT and big data analytics. Other relevant issues related to the advancements of technologies in the era of IR 4.0 and other legal issues related to the personal data in Malaysia are beyond the scope of the research questions and objectives of this study. Although this discussion in this paper analyzed the issue of cybersecurity and national security, the discussion only elaborates in general and within the scope of research questions and objectives of the study. Then, what is the point to understand? your privacy as technology users, we can see the new digitalization technologies in the era of IR 4.0 set the pace for social issues. Probably the best way is not to use a mobile device. However, I believe it is impossible in this digital world. Therefore, recognizing opportunities and challenges is needed to create sufficient protection for consumer privacy and security. Ladies and gentlemen, despite this struggle, technologies are still tools made by people for people. Everyone must continuously adapt to a new, fast-changing environment and reinvent yourself so you can properly shape your sustainable future in the digital age. Anyway, please remember one thing. Once data is produced, virtually it really disappears. That is why, while data lasts forever, privacy doesn't. 最後になりましたが、この場をお借りしてお世話になった皆様にお礼を申し上げたいと思います。JICA の皆様、JPI の皆様、新潟の国際大学の皆様、日本への留学の機会をいただき、誠にありがとうございました。日本とマレーシアの架け橋になれるよう頑張ってまいります。皆様、本当にありがとうございました。Thank you.